Oh, okay. Now we talking. Welcome to Bailey's Chats, episode 3. Today we're gonna talk about a few things. One being the fact that I missed the last 2 weeks of Bailey's Chats, but that's because I had shingles. We're also gonna talk a little bit about music, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the future of Bailey's Chats after this one. I have a few questions that have been asked of me over the past 2 weeks, so I'm gonna answer those today as well. We're also gonna talk about the fact that Creative Days Productions is in full swing. Vancouver people, if you need videos done, holla at your boy, I got you. So first of all, having shingles sucks. It completely took me out of commission. It started off, I kind of felt like I had some spider bites or mosquito bites on my back. It was just a little itchy, more annoying than painful. So I just kind of ignored it for 2-3 days and it got a little bit worse every day. On the 4th day when I woke up and I was like, okay, wow, I can barely move. It felt like something was wrong with my kidney on the inside of my body. I contacted my doctor and he told me I had shingles. And then it knocked me the fuck out for 9 days after that. I could barely even walk around this house. So I didn't go to the gym, I didn't exercise, I didn't get 10,000 steps. It was hilarious because I'm sitting there editing videos of myself preaching to other people. You need to exercise every day and don't make any excuses and walk 10,000 steps and eat good food and go work out at least 3 times a week. I'm sitting there editing these videos, unable to even barely walk to my mailbox. So I thought that was kind of funny. But I'm all better now. It's as if I never even had it in the first place. It left as fast as it came in, like a good Tinder date. You know what I'm talking about. But the pain eventually grew to the point where it hurt inside, but it wasn't like a severe pain. It wasn't like, oh, I'm in so much pain, I'm dying. It was more like getting a tattoo inside my body forever. You know when a tattoo artist is working on you, buzzing along on your skin, and you can take it, you're like, no, this is a little bit uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good, but you're like, I can deal with it. It's a bearable pain. It's more of an annoying fuck off kind of thing. And then every now and then the tattoo artist takes a break and you're like, it's a quick moment of relief and you know it's coming right back again in a second until the work is done, but you're like, you grit your teeth and you can bear through it. It's fine. It's like that, but on the inside, and the tattoo artist doesn't ever take a break. So shingles took me out. I spent the whole time learning. I took a few online courses. I learned a lot about YouTube and video production and selling stuff online and building businesses. So these are all things I'm excited to jump into now that I'm better. Vancouver people, if you need videos, holla at your boy. A lot of what I learned about YouTube specifically is having a channel for a reason. And that's something that this channel kind of lacks, if I'm being completely honest with myself and with my viewers. Right now, this channel started a few years ago when I was a full-time rapper and I was putting out music every week and 2 music videos every month. If you scroll all the way back on my channel, all you'll see is my old rap songs. And then I stopped doing that entirely for 2 years. And then I suddenly started posting Bailey's Chats and the shorts and the type of content that I'm making now. I never really talk about my business, Creative Days Productions, but that is the business that I own. I shoot videos for other people, and it came from making my own music videos. One day someone reached out to me and said, hey, I see you've gotten pretty good at making your music videos. You obviously have the gear and the know-how. I'll give you $500. Can you come shoot a video for me? And at the time, I wasn't thinking of it as a business. I was thinking of it as, well, I need music videos for my songs, so I better buy the gear and learn the skills so I can do it all myself. And it transformed into Creative Days Productions. And when that person paid me, a month later, someone else reached out to me and asked me to shoot something for them. So I decided to make it a business in 2021, but I didn't start taking it seriously until last summer, 2022. Since then, I've been shooting videos for other people on a semi-regular basis. But I'm at a place in my life now where I want to grow, I want to expand. So of course, I'm going to reach out and say, hey, if you're watching this right now and you need videos, holla at your boy with Creative Days Productions, I got you. But I also want to make sure that when you come to this channel here, you can expect consistency. I'm fine with leaving my old videos up because I think it's cool to see 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where the channel started and what it grew into. I don't believe in you should only be one thing forever for your whole life and that's it until the day you die. But I think for this channel, the shorts that I've been posting and the long form videos I've been posting with the Bailey's Chats, I'm gonna take a minute here and figure out who I'm really trying to talk to and what I'm really trying to say. So it feels less all over the place. With all that being said, this will be the last Bailey's Chat for a bit. Not forever. In my mind, I think this will be better as a podcast where I do bring guests on. So for those of y'all watching who are here for the Bailey's Chats, thank you. They're not done forever. Next time you see one, it'll be a long form video podcast and there will be guests. At the end of episode 2, I said next week we're gonna talk about music as the main theme. Truly, a short episode of 10 minutes or less of a Bailey's chat is not enough time to talk about music, especially in the depth of knowledge that I have in my head. I feel like I would be doing the topic of music a disservice if I tried to summarize and shortly say a bunch of stuff in a short Bailey's chat episode. So I'm going to save that topic for a future long form podcast episode and have that conversation with a guest. To summarize, hip hop and R&B is the best category of all time, hands down, and it'll be impossible to ever prove me wrong. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Hey! Let's get into the questions. How do you decide what fitness goals or workout routines are right for you? There's a couple mini answers to this. 1, don't care about the number on the scale at all. It doesn't matter. 2, how do I feel about myself? 3, how do I look in the mirror? Am I happy with what I see? I want to have a lean physique and I want to be strong. I know you're a mom with children, so your fitness goals are definitely going to be different than mine are. You're probably not trying to be ripped with a 6-pack walking around at the beach in the summertime, but the way that I decide my routine is time. How much time is it gonna take me to achieve my goal? I've found myself a 3-day-a-week heavy lifting program that really works for me. 3 days a week, 1 hour per session, and lots of walking. These are all things that tie into my goals, my lifestyle, my routine, and they work for me. You're gonna have to figure out what's gonna work for you with the body type that you wanna have. Listen to people who have the body that you wanna have when they tell you how to achieve that goal, and then just do what they say to do. They're usually trying to help you. So while I had shingles, I made a post on my Instagram that said, curious to know if I was to make short form videos like the ones I've been making on one topic, what would that topic be? And I actually had a lot of people respond to this. So I'm gonna answer all of those right here in the Bailey's chat. AI and the arts. I've been learning a lot about this over the past 6 weeks. I think AI and the arts are going to work hand in hand together, very much so in the near future and especially in the long run. Especially the things I've been learning lately in terms of creating videos and cutting down my edit time. It's amazing. It's magic. I can't believe some of the things I'm able to do that shave off like an hour of edit time for me. And this is only the beginning. This to me is like year 1 where the public, us general regular citizens, have access to this technology and can use it for free or for very cheap. I think 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it's gonna be nearly impossible to get a job in those fields. I'm happy about it and I'm excited to see what else is gonna come from. How you so fine? Well, you see, my daddy black and my mama white. And when you put chocolate and vanilla mixed together, it makes caramel. And that's me, baby. All caramel people sexy. Just look around. Oh, and I work on myself every day. I lift weights, I walk a lot, I eat good food, and I intentionally put myself out into the world to be as presentable and as dope as possible. How you so fine? Fitness! Exclamation point. That's why the finger and the upward inflection in my tone. I already have a lot of videos on this and I already have plans to make a lot more videos on this, and I don't really know how to answer that as a question because fitness is so huge. Lift weights, walk, do cardio if you want to, or if it works for you, yoga, stretch, take care of your body, do it every day of your life, unless you get shingles and feel like dying and can't barely move, but then start doing it again as soon as you can walk again. Stocks. Okay, here's where I feel a little strange because I've only recently started investing in stocks. I bought my very first stock in May. So far, I'm in the positive and I always have been, but I have a mentor who has been helping me with my stock purchasing, who has his own content, which I've been helping him create, which will be coming out in the near future. So when it does, keep your eyes peeled. I'll post his content once he starts sharing it. But for now, I don't think I'm the person who should be giving stock advice because I'm so new to it. But the summarized version that I would give is do your research first. Don't spend any money that you're not willing to lose. Decide what type of stock you want to have. If it's going to be a growth stock or a dividend stock. I personally like dividend stocks because every month I'm collecting a paycheck. And make sure to diversify your portfolio. So if one single stock has all your money and it tanks, you don't lose everything overnight. Discipline. I have a whole video on discipline. Discipline is simple. Do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, regardless of whether you feel like doing it in the moment or not. If you do this, you'll have discipline. And if you apply discipline to any goal that you're working towards, you will accomplish your goal. The way that I look at it when I'm trying to accomplish a goal is, instead of how can I accomplish this goal, I ask myself, what do I have to do to make failure impossible? Like if I wake up every day and I do this, and this over a week, a month, a year, or however long it would take to accomplish that goal, it would be impossible for me not to accomplish this goal if I did this checklist of things every day. And you can't do a checklist of things that you don't feel like doing every single day of your life without discipline. Have a strong why, and your discipline will help you connect and you'll accomplish your goal. Vagisil. This is an insider joke. I don't even think I should really make a video about this, but in case you're watching, I wanted you to get to this part and laugh at the fact that I said it in my Bailey's chat. I hope you're laughing right now. Love you. Joe Biden. Look, man, I don't talk politics at all. One thing you will not hear me talking about on this channel is politics or religion. I don't care for either of those things. They're too divisive. And I'm also super intentionally uneducated on those topics because they're so divisive and because they cause so much problems between good people that I've found by not learning about it and not paying attention to it. I know enough to survive, I know the basics, but by not learning the depths of either of those topics and getting into these arguments with people, especially strangers on the internet, I found my life to be a lot happier. When people give me their opinion about a political thing, I just nod and go, okay, cool, that's great. And when they ask me how I feel about it, I just say, I'm neutral, I don't care, I don't follow that stuff. And most people accept that, and then they don't feel negative or overly positive towards me. And that allows me to let my personality and my actual energy of who I am give them an opinion of how they want to have me in their life, rather than immediately putting me into a box or a category based on my thoughts on politics or religion. Downtime. What downtime? No, I'm just kidding. Downtime for me, I spend with my dog. I don't know. Honestly, I like to just relax. I love The Walking Dead and the spin-off shows of The Walking Dead, and I will watch those in my downtime. I enjoy learning though. I legitimately enjoy learning. So even though some would categorize it as work, I love going through courses and boosting my skills and applying things that I'm learning from these online courses or YouTube videos or podcasts or audiobooks or regular books or whatever. In my downtime, I'm usually trying to learn something new or I'm watching a show. I don't spend a lot of time watching shows and movies anymore. Maybe 5 to 10 hours a month, which maybe that's a lot to you, maybe that's a little to you, but if you compare that to me from 10 years ago, I would spend 5 hours a day every day watching TV. Some days I would spend the entire day on the couch binging shows and movies for a whole day. So to go from that to what I do now, I'd say that's a big improvement, but I'm also building something now. What are your no-fly zones? This question really confused me, and I actually had to ask the person what she meant by that. And she said, like, in general as a person, what are your no-fly zones? No-go areas, things you don't want to address / talk about. I don't like to talk about religion. I don't like to talk about politics. Those are very divisive, opinionated things that separate people. They do bring people together, but a lot of the times they'll separate people. If somebody differs on an opinion in one of those two areas and you're standing with them and they're trying to have a conversation with you, they will immediately put you into a box once they've found out that you don't believe the same thing they believe. And it's usually a negative box. Those are pretty much my only two no-fly zones. Those are things I will straight up, if someone's trying to have a conversation with me about, I'll say, nope, I don't talk about that with people. Trusting the process. And I'm doing this because it's like the little magical star emoji thing, and that's what these fingers represent. In my opinion, if you put the work in before you even start the process, that means you have the end in sight, a clear vision of what it is you're working towards, and you've written out or made a plan of some sort to accomplish it. Let's call it goals. Trusting the process of accomplishing a goal means that I did all the work. I know exactly what I need to do to make sure that failure is not even possible, and I wake up every day and I execute. I trust the process because I know that if I do A, B, C, D, E every day of my life, that 10 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 100 days, 6 months from now, I'm gonna have what I want. I'm gonna trust the process because people who have done it and teach me how to do it say this is how it's done. Wow, that was a lot, but I think that's okay because this is gonna be the last one of these that I do for a little while. So to those of you who have watched, thank you. I appreciate the fact that you watched this all the way to the end. I really hope you love the stuff that I'm gonna be making in the future. Just because I'm gonna stop doing Bailey's chats for a little while, it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop making content. I love what I'm doing. I love the response that I'm getting from people. Every single day of my life, somebody is reaching out to me either publicly or privately in DMs, telling me how my videos are impacting them, which was my goal when I started making this kind of content. I love the fact that my thoughts, my knowledge, my opinions, my beliefs, and my values are impacting people in a positive way. I love the fact that I'm making people laugh. I love the fact that I'm inspiring people to change their lives for the better. And I can't thank you enough to those of you who watch what I make. The fact that you guys are loving it tells me I'm doing the right thing. I really hate it when people say really a bunch of times and then I just did it. But I really love the fact that you guys are into it. Sorry, do I have to say you guys and gals or you people? You people! What do you mean you people? I love the fact that y'all are into what I'm doing. If you've made it to this point in the video, please hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Follow me on all the social media channels. The links are all down below. Any questions that you have for me about any topic, still feel free to ask those in the comments below. Just because the Bailey's chats are on pause does not mean that I'm not gonna still be making content answering your questions. So ask away. If you've been drinking a coffee and Bailey's with me the whole time you've been watching this with me, you should be near the bottom by now, like I am. And with that, I say cheers. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Have a creative day. Mmm.